of that? Did you guys see something, or just have a big day?
We're a big running team. What are you talking about? Boosie. Oof. I mean, that run at the end, man. Whoa, you talk about a gigantic play in the game because the tide was turning and I think our offensive line was PO'd the series before because we threw it a couple of times and they wanted to run the ball. And they were ready for that next drive. Say, hey, we're going to run it. Let's go. And they certainly, the O block came out and did it.
What was some of the keys to the fast start defensively?
I don't know. I mean, we had more 3-and-outs and 4-and-outs than, we probably quadrupled, the amount. But, it's a great job by Randy Bates and our defensive staff, Ryan Manalack, Corey Sanders, Archie, Tim Dowse, and everybody else involved. It's, just executing. And, obviously we didn't work as much passing as we saw today. They hadn't thrown that ball that much in years, and it was more drop back. So, we got some stuff to clean up, but outstanding job, by the players executing and the coaches coaching.
Mason saw some early pressure once again, but still managed to get the offense going. How do you just think he handled that pressure?
You know what? Obviously he did a great job in the first half. Second half, I mean, they started blitzing a little bit more, figuring it, got to us, and we didn't protect it as well as we'd like to, or weren't in maybe the play that you'd like to be in. But there was a lot of stuff going on. They did a good job disguising stuff. We're trying to make checks at the line, trying to get us in a good play, and they made just enough plays to win the football game.
Right before the interception by Braylon, I could see he was really getting on the guys, trying to rally the troops. I mean, what do you say just about that moment stepping up there?
That was a gigantic play, man. You talk about momentum. I mean, that was a 14-point change right there because they were going in, and never quit out of our guys. It's a great call by Bates, what we called, and great job by Lovelace doing his job and being where he needs to be, and then scoring. Scoring was huge.
The fake one
Oh man, I'm a dumbass. How about that? Just a coach trying to make a play. We hadn't run a fake punt all year. They were bringing pressure, and thought it was as good a time just to sequence and try to make a play. I'll take that one on me. I'll take that 7 points, chalk that up to a coach trying to make a play. And I always say this: coaches don't make plays, calls don't make plays, players do. And again, we could have had the edge. We stumble and go down, but hey, we got the W. Oh boy, it's too early. Those are three great ones right there, and there's more on that. James Conner, we've had some great. James Conner's had some great days here in this stadium, but he's just a baby. He's just he's going to be really good. We've said this all camp to the guys that have been with our program. I'm so happy for him. Jakarian, big time game for him.
They were, I think, 2 of 11 on third down, 1 of 4 on fourth down. I mean, would you say that's part of it, just kind of getting them in third and longs, that kind of thing?
That helps, and again, it's the early lead that helps as well because we took them out of the run game for the most part. They had to throw a heck of a lot more than we practiced. I can tell you that, we felt like if we can get them in third and long, like anybody, when people get us in third and long, the defense is licking their chops. Yeah, third quarter, that's a linebacker too. Former running back, rushed for about 5,000 yards in high school. He's done that before, and our Sharks took over there, and that was a heck of a play by Lovelace.
What did you see from the team after that Notre Dame loss? They gave you faith that they could respond?
Same thing I see every day, Stephen, in the locker room. I mean, these guys, they just play the next play. I mean, things didn't go our way a week ago. We had opportunities, we didn't finish. And but our guys, they're going to step up and play the next game. I mean, you talk about must wins. This was a must win, and our guys came down and got it done. So it just tells you the resilience our guys have, the belief they have in each other. We talked about it all week. We were going to go down to the A and get a win, and they did.
You talk about the resilience. You look back 2 months ago at West Virginia, you guys weren't able to hold on to a lead. You only won against Florida State. Now today, I mean, just talk about in those tight situations how your guys are able to respond and be resilient.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about 4 quarters. I mean, it's a 4-quarter game, maybe more if you had to. We knew it was going to come down to the fourth quarter. These guys have come back every game and won them. I mean, they've won a lot of close games this year and pulled it out, So it just tells you that our guys believe, and they found a way to get it done. Yeah, I don't know if we contained him or not. I mean, maybe it was low for him on the year, but it was high for us on defense. They started running some quarterback draws and some bubble / quarterback draws, and he's tough. We didn't execute it like we'd like to. Some of our stunts up front weren't as clean as we'd like to, but our guys did a great job making plays. Say it again. Francis Brew, you said? Yeah, Francis. Again, we're short D tackle wise. I think we had 3 D tackles play today. Nick James is really inside. I mean, we talked about the SEAL Team 6 is what they call themselves, going out, and we had to play good up front, and we did early to stop the run. I thought we did a great job, but that whole D line, it starts up front, with the O line, the O block, and the D line. So we won the war in the trenches.
What did you see from Sam today, and is there any clarity on the Paper situation?
I hope we have more clarity next week, but I was a little disappointed. Obviously, it's a tough situation to be in on the road. In that atmosphere right there. Still have a lot of belief in Sam, but it's what it is. It's pressure situations, and he didn't react real well to it. I thought for sure after that practice swing before the half that second one was going to go through, but we got to do a better job.
You talked on Thursday that you guys were going to implement some different things on defense. Talk about your Michigan State days.
I was just blowing smoke.
How much of that did you use, and how effective was it?
We didn't use any of it, and we didn't really have anything new in. I just kind of was like, telling stories, I guess. So just said they had to work on some different things. I was hoping they'd go back and scour over 3 or 4 years of Michigan State tape and find nothing. So sorry about that.
It pretty much it ties it. I had one my junior year in high school. That's about it. 100-yard pick 6, I think. That's about it.
Can you take us through what you saw in that play and how it unfolded?
I dropped in a pass coverage, seen the hook and the curl coming behind me, and then I just read the quarterback's eye, see the ball in the air, and went and made a play on it. Saying that's what Sharks do. We make plays.
What's going through your mind when you're trying to return that one?
Keep your head forward and keep running. Don't get caught from behind. Saying if you get caught from behind, you're going outside.
Even leading up into that moment, whenever they got down there, I mean, I could tell you were trying to rally everyone, kind of talk all the line. I mean, how tough is it to kind of keep your mind whenever Georgia Tech's kind of making this push?
It's really not that hard because all my guys, they're also keeping their calm. I'm trying to keep it calm, but they're also telling me, relax, we got you. We're going to do our job. You do your job. So they make it a lot easier for me to go out there and lead when I know they're doing their job and they know I'm doing my job. So.
What did Georgia Tech start doing well that they were able to gain some momentum?
I think they were just on big plays. They were getting to the ball, and while we were still, not set and things like that, a little disorder. But I think that, we adjusted to that. We made it happen. So.
What does a win like this do for your team now? ACC standings and ACC standings, but given what happened last week, how important was it to respond?
It was very important. We were very focused on this game. We flushed last week, and we're just going week by week. So we were very focused on this game to get it done, and now we have a lot of momentum going to Miami because we know we got to take care of business again. The season's not over. We still got a long way to go. We still got a championship we're playing for, so we're going to keep swinging.
You guys lost your first road game of the year and have now won 4 straight. What do you think is just clicking for you guys whenever you're kind of you against the world almost?
I think it's just playing the whole team game. The offense is doing what they have to do. The defense is doing what we got to do. We're just clicking off each other. When the offense goes scores, now the defense has momentum to go in there and make a play. And then when the defense makes a play, now the offense has momentum to go score. So I think we're just playing well off each other, and we got to keep doing that.
Were you able to see the run that Boosie had to kind of end the game? What was going through?
I mean, I figured that was going to happen. Boosie, he's fast. That's just what he does. When he got the ball in his hands, he's going to take off on people. So, I mean, we saw it firsthand. So.
I mean, Haynes King, obviously, great player. Everyone knows about him. I mean, you guys hit him a lot. Are you surprised sometimes, he just keeps getting up?
He's a very tough guy. He's a great player. All respect to him. So, I hope he's healthy, and I hope he could keep playing and keep going on his career.
Georgia Tech was first in the country in total offense coming into this game. You guys helped pull out their average. Did you feel like this was kind of a statement game for you guys, a chance to show the world what you guys could do?
Yeah, most definitely. They're one of the top offenses, and we're also, a top defense. And I think that, every game we try to go out there and show the world, but I think this was like you said, our statement. You know what I'm saying? There's no more disrespect to the Pitt Panthers. This is what we do.
Speaking of hard hitting, Cruz was back
I mean, Cruz is my guy. That's my dog. So I know every time that he's in the game, he's going to go out there and make plays, and he's going to hit people. That's just what he does. You know what I'm saying? He's a Pittsburgh-made guy, and blue collar, that's what he do. He go downhill, and he hit people. You know what I'm saying? He's a tough guy, very mentally strong football player. Every time he's out there, I know he's going to make a play. So.
Good.
Touchdown run, that 56-yarder.
I motioned to the other side without O-block. None of that would happen. And I just trusted my gap, and I just hit it.
You're the first Pitt running back to go over 200 yards since 2022. I mean, what were you just seeing today? It just seemed like you have more space than usual.
Without O-block, none of it would have happened. I just trusted my scheme, trusted my speed, and just we prepared for this, and we just had to go out there and execute and make plays.
Last week you guys were pretty good against Notre Dame. Is that a point of emphasis for the offensive line and for you guys at the running back position to make a statement on the ground this week?
Yes, sir. We just had to do our job, go out there and play Pitt football, and just do what we have to do to get the win.
How important is it, and I guess what kind of feeling is it to be able to respond and win a game like this after what happened last week?
It's a great feeling. I mean, we just got to just keep coming to work every day, keep doing the same thing we've been doing, and just put our best foot forward every day and just keep the main thing the main thing.
When this has been out this season, how has he kind of, I guess, helped you out or backed you up or coaching you from the sidelines?
Yes, sir. Great. Dad's been great to me. I mean, he's like a coach. He cheer me on. He let me know what to hit. He let me know what to hit it at. He just tell me go out there and just be me, and he just keep me motivated and just keep me upheld.
You guys lost your first road game, but you won your past 4. I mean, what do you think clicks for this team when you guys are away from home?
It just keep going out there and just dominate. It's just we just gotta go out there and just play our ball. We know what we can do when we play our ball, so we just gotta go out there and execute.
So you guys just knocked off the 16th ranked team. You're 6-1 in the ACC on the brink of potentially going, big game next week coming up. 200 plus yards, and you're still a true freshman. I mean, what's this just mean to you being able to play in these big moments?
I mean, it means a lot, but it means I just gotta keep working every day, keep preparing every day, just getting ready to help the team win. Whatever I do, just to keep going on and on.
What stat were you just looking at first?
Boosie's rushing yards. Says 206 gain, 5 loss. That's crazy. He's such a dog. It's unbelievable. But
How early, once you started working with him, did you know that he was capable of something like this?
I knew as soon as we got here that he was going to be special, and that goes for everybody in our freshman class, and that goes for everybody on this team, and just the amount of work and the amount of hours that he puts in the film room and on the field. I think that's just a testament to what you just saw today, and missing Dez, but he makes up for it in so many big ways, and he's such a special player.
You guys needed obviously a big play there coming from him to slam the door. I mean, just what was it like watching him take off and run that ball?
We blocked that perfectly. I think Bear blocked about 3 guys on that play. Everybody, the key thing is everybody did their job on that play. That's the most special part is we executed at such a great level that everybody accomplished their goal and did their job. And I mean, you see the result, and that's such a great feeling to see the gap open up, and Boosie, he don't miss those. He hits that, and to see him score, and I was a little worried. I thought he was going to get caught, but I just as soon as I saw him cross the pylon or across the end zone, turned to the offensive lineman, and just the pure excitement and joy to just to, like you said, slam the door. It's special.
What is it, 4 touchdown drives in a row in the first half there? What do you feel like was cooking just across the board during that stretch?
Everything. I think everything was working. We were playing in rhythm, and we were able to get our tempo going, and kind of just execute at a really high level. And wish we could have done that in the second half, but we made up for it when we needed it the most. And the defense played such a great game, and kind of helped us out in a big way. So just a complete game. There's a lot of things that we need to clean up offensively, but we'll get that fixed, and we'll be ready to go next week.
What was key to handling the noise? Big crowd that loud the whole time. What was great?
I thought we did a great job of handling the noise. I don't think we didn't really. I don't think we had any pre-snap penalties. I don't think so. But I think the boys up front did a great job of handling that and communicating up front and hearing the cadence. And I don't think we let that phase us. And we were able to execute at a really high level, like I said, in the first half. And I don't think it was necessarily the noise in the second half. I think it was more of just us not executing and not doing our jobs. That starts with me. There were multiple times where I just tried to make a play instead of just checking it down and moving on, like I've said before. So there's things we got to clean up, but we're going to get it fixed.
Obviously, there was a lot of issues last week offensively, but was this the type of statement start, bounce back start you guys envisioned this week you guys could have?
Absolutely. I think we can do that every week if we execute and do our jobs. And that was what we know we can do. And sucks that we didn't do it all game, but it's like I said, you take it when you can get it. And the fact that we were able to execute on that last drive and slam the door, that's special. That speaks volumes to this team and this offense, and the fact that we were able to bounce back after a couple bad drives and kind of answer and close the game out. That's special, and this team is special.
Obviously, Haynes King's a really good quarterback. I'm sure you watched him, but what can you say about your defense's effort to just really compete with what he does well?
Oh, absolutely. That's one of the best offenses in the country. The fact that our defense was able to shut them down for so long and did such a great job of just kind of containing him. He's a special player. He's a really great player, and just to be able to slow him down a little bit, kind of helps in a big way for the offense. And I think that was why we jumped out to that big lead. And that's kind of on us too. For them crawling back, we gotta sustain drives, and we gotta keep putting points on the board. So only so much the defense can do, but they did their job when we needed them to, and we were able to execute when we also needed to. So very proud of our guys.
Nathan, last one. You were sacked on the first drive, and then the following drive you bounced back with the stepping up in the pocket and Kenny, and then the Justin Horns touchdown comes after a penalty that negated a touchdown as well. Just what makes you so resilient out there when you're facing that type of adversity?
I think that's partly because of Coach Bell. He gets on me about those things, and he expects me to be great, and I expect myself to be great. And I got to step up in the pocket on that first drive. I've been trying to spin out and make a play. That's just I got to trust the pocket and step up, and that's on me. And I got to trust my boys up front. They did a heck of a job. So just kind of taking the advice that I get from Coach, and trusting myself and trusting the boys up front to have my back, and we were able to execute on that next drive and those next couple of drives. And I think that's just a testament to how hard our boys work, and just the adversity. We don't back down from it, and we fight back. So.